Hey y'all, so today we're going to talk about the purpose of modules versus the purpose of pages and why you would want to use one or the other. So first things first, I'm on my modules page and you can see I'm a PE teacher, so I have mine set up by week. So I use modules to house all of the information for the week that I want my students to do. So since I would only see my students once a week, I want to keep everything in one place. So I have the title of the week or the date of the week up at the top, and then the learning target is going to be right underneath. Since I haven't plan that far ahead because we're still kind of waiting on our schedule. It's blank right now, but that's just to guide me in my planning. And then the next tab down here is going to be a page that you can see it's a page and it's going to be linked to content instruction. And this is either going to have a video of myself playing a game and written directions, both more than likely, and then a picture, all that stuff. So any content I would display for that week that I want them to see or do would be there. So then they would go back to the module and underneath would be their practice. So they learn the information up here, the content, then they practice it, submit it on their own, and then the product, so I know they really understand what they did or could discuss what they did, would be a discussion with classmates. So that is how I'm using a module, and this is by week. But if you were doing it by day and by subject area, it would be the same thing. So say this is your math. This top one would be your math. Okay, you're learning one digit plus one digit addition. Okay, so that would be what you're learning about. The learning target would be I can add one digit plus one digit numbers. Okay, so that would be your I can statement. And then the content instruction would either be a video of you showing how to do the lesson, or you could have a link to an actual Zoom meeting of how to do the lesson, whatever you would like to do. So let's build a module together so I can show you what I mean. So let's build the module. So the first one, let's do math for, let's say, August 3rd, right? Okay. And then the cool thing about modules is that you can lock it until a certain date. So say you don't want it to be unlocked until August 3rd, you would lock it until then, and then it would, you would put the time at the bottom. So say your class started at 8 o'clock, it would unlock at 8 o'clock. Make sure you do AM if you want AM. It would unlock at 8 o'clock on August 3rd for the students to use. Okay, so you add the module. So let's go find it. Here we go. All right, so here's our module. Now let's say I wanted to do the I can statement. That is going to be the text header. So you could say I can add one digit and I can add one digit plus one digit numbers. Okay. And then so that is your I can statement. So the students can see right there what their end goal is going to be. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add your content. And usually you're going to list that as a page, right? Because you're going to have your video uploaded. You're going to have your text with your instructions uploaded and your information on there. You're going to have a picture if you want a picture or an embedded link to an outside source, whatever you have. So you're going to do new page or pick a page if it's already done. And then you can name it video showing one digit and one digit addition. Okay, and you can choose to indent if you want a more uniform look. All that stuff is available. And then, so we have our I can statement, our teaching of the instruction, and then you're going to want to do maybe how they're going to practice it, right? So is this going to be an assignment that they're going to do? You know, maybe you have a PDF that you want to upload. I have a video of how to do that. I will link that below. You could do assignment, new assignment, whatever you want to do. Assignment, one digit plus one digit numbers. Again, it goes back to whatever you used last time. So last time I indented one level, so that's the same. So I'm just going to leave it. And then finally, the last thing that we want to see is their product. So we have the assignment is there for them to practice, and the product would be, you know, the check for understanding, like, do they really understand what they did? And the way I like to do that is by a discussion. I think that if a student is able to explain that to another student in detail, then that shows me that they actually understand the topic. So I don't have a discussion here for it, so I'm going to make a new discussion, and we're going to say, how do you add one digit numbers? Okay. All right, and obviously you would have more instructions there for them to do. and all of that information. But this is just a basic overview so you can see how I would set it up. And again, this could be for one day, one subject area, one week, however you want to set it up.